little sister had a crush on my husband, but what she didn't know was he's crazy in love. When Sophie turned 16, she started acting weird around my husband Jason, like really weird. She'd put on makeup before he came home from work. She'd wear her shortest shorts when he was helping with yard work. She'd spray on this vanilla perfume that probably cost more than my monthly grocery budget. Sophie would find excuses to be in whatever room Jason was in. If he was watching TV, suddenly she needed to study on the couch right next to him. If he was making coffee in the morning, she desperately needed water from the kitchen. If he was fixing something in the garage, she'd appear with tools she didn't know how to use. The worst part was how she'd flirt, giggling at everything he said, even his dad jokes that made me roll my eyes, touching his arm when she talked about school drama, asking him to help her with math homework that I knew she could do in her sleep because she'd been on honor roll since middle school. Jason seemed totally oblivious to her obvious attempts. He'd just smile and be polite the way he always was with my family. He'd help with her homework, answer her random questions about his job, and treat her like the little sister she was supposed to be. But I could see Sophie getting more bold every single week. She started texting him directly about school stuff, asking for advice about college applications, even though she was only a sophomore. She'd offer to wash his truck every weekend. She even asked if he wanted to go jogging with her because she was training for track team tryouts that didn't exist. I wanted to say something, but what do you tell your teenage sister? Stop crushing on my husband. That would just make family dinners awkward for everyone. And we still lived with our parents while saving for our own place. Then Sophie started making these pointed comments about older guys at school. How boys her age were so immature and stupid. How she wanted someone more experienced, more settled, someone with a real job and a car. Age is just a number when you really connect with someone, she said one night at dinner, looking directly at Jason while cutting her chicken. My mom laughed it off like it was cute teenage talk. Sophie's always been mature for her age. She gets that from me. But I knew exactly what she was really saying, and I was getting more uncomfortable every day watching my little sister throw herself at my husband. The breaking point came last month when Sophie asked Jason to take her dress shopping for homecoming, said I was always too busy with work and she trusted his opinion on what looked good on her. She specifically wanted to go to that expensive mall across town where all the fancy stores were. Jason agreed because he's genuinely nice like that, always trying to help my family however he can, especially since my dad works double shifts and my mom's always exhausted. They were gone for almost 4 hours. When they got back, Sophie was practically glowing. She kept talking about how Jason bought her lunch at that Italian place, how he helped her pick out jewelry, how much fun they had together. She showed off her dress like it was her wedding gown. That night in bed, I finally worked up the courage to ask Jason if he'd noticed Sophie's obvious crush. He got quiet for a long minute staring at the ceiling. Then he said, "Yeah, I figured it out a while ago. She's not very subtle about it. Doesn't it make you uncomfortable?" I asked, feeling stupid for even having to bring it up. Jason rolled over and looked at me with a serious expression I'd never seen before. "You want to know the honest truth? It breaks my heart every single time." I was confused. "What do you mean?" "Sophie reminds me so much of you when we first started dating in high school. The way she talks with her hands when she gets excited, how she laughs at everything, even stupid stuff, even the way she tilts her head when she's thinking about something." He reached over and touched my face gently. "Every single time she flirts with me, all I can think about is how incredibly lucky I am that I found you first. How grateful I am that you grew up and chose to marry me instead of some other guy." I started crying right there in our bed, feeling like an idiot for being jealous of my own teenage sister. "She thinks she wants me," Jason continued softly. "But what she really wants is to feel the way you and I feel about each other. She sees how happy we are together, and she wants that same feeling for herself someday." The next morning, Jason sat Sophie down at the kitchen table and had the most gentle conversation I've ever witnessed. He told her she was going to make some lucky guy incredibly happy someday, but that guy wasn't going to be him. He explained how the love between married people is completely different from crushes or attraction, how she deserved someone who could give her that same complete devotion he had.